The only thing harder to find in New York City than a perfect apartment is a perfect parking spot. In Upper Manhattan, a man's dash cam catches his neighbor banging repeatedly on his car hood. According to the man, this woman is angry at him for taking a parking spot right outside her apartment. Most New Yorkers don't have driveways, but some treat the spot in front of their building as if it's their own. A claim this neighbor is making very clear, giving the rare double bird, along with some advice. She shows no signs of stopping while the man's wife calls the police.
You know, this is not normal human behavior.
The couple grows concerned as they wait for the police.
A normal human being does not do this kind of stuff. She's gonna break your glass out.
Finally, another neighbor intervenes.
I'll give you $20, bro, and I'll give her $20, and I'll take the spot.
The neighbor offers money to both the man and the woman to stop fighting and just drive away.
We actually want to leave.
We're not here for the spot. We're not here to argue.
But the man doesn't want the money or the parking spot.
Right now, I just called the cops on her.
He just wants the police. Police arrive and the woman finally lets go of the car. According to the driver seen here talking to police, an incident report is filled out, but no charges are filed or tickets issued. Instead, the couple eventually drives off, leaving the parking spot to the woman. And the neighborhood drum solo finally comes to an end. This quiet street in Alexandria, Virginia, a gay couple in their 30s is about to see the worst in their neighbors. A husband and wife who continuously park over the line of their space, according to the partners. When the couple is at home watching TV, they hear a loud noise outside, and their security camera catches what comes next. They claim that the neighbor has crashed into the planter that acts as a marker for their space. And the couple decides to confront the neighbor.
Oh, of course we're away.
What seems like a petty dispute over a parking space suddenly transforms into something far more personal.
Come on, buddy. Come on over here. Come on. You come over here, Neil.
Fearing this dispute could get more heated, the couple calls the police.
We have somebody over here. He is asking us right now. No, this is the First Amendment.
The neighbor seems to think his right to free speech allows him to hurl homophobic insults at the couple.
First Amendment.
Hearing the commotion, the neighbor on the other side, Julia, starts recording and steps outside into the firing line.
Hey, you homophobic! I have everything on video.
Oh, yeah, you whore!
We're Christian. We're Methodist.
We have nothing against we love it. These guys are ass.
Get back in your house, you homophobic before I call the police.
Julia has been best friends with the gay couple for over 2 years and has no problem confronting the neighbors herself.
What's your issue? What's your issue?
I'm trying to go to bed. Can you stop harassing our neighbors and be
No,
quiet?
they harass us.
The neighbors claim their problem is solely over parking, and they don't have an issue with the couple's sexual orientation.
And we hate LBG. No, we love LBG.
After the altercation, the police charged the neighbor with disorderly conduct and a fine of $1,000. The couple takes their neighbor to court to obtain a no-contact order, and the judge grants it. A month after the dispute, the neighbors move out of the house, and new ones move in. The new neighbors do a better job of parking in their space and are a lot less vocal about it. No matter the neighborhood, there's nothing more important than keeping children safe. And at a local PTA meeting in Rocky Point, Long Island, parents and students alike have gathered to discuss ways to do just that.
I'm considerably larger than you, okay?
But after one high school senior finishes telling officials how he's against armed guards in school, a man calls him over.
If something happened, if I decided to attack you, it would take the cops 3 to 5 minutes to come here. Probably 10 if the traffic's bad.
The parent, whose 2 daughters attend the school, has a different opinion on the need for armed guards. And to prove his point, he does something alarming.
What are you gonna do now?
The man pulls out a switchblade, taking the teen off guard.
What are you gonna do now?
Stop it!
Shocked by the man's actions, the neighbors are unsure how to handle the situation as the man holds the knife in the air.
I just walked into the building with this. It's not a gun. but I can do a lot of damage with it.
His way of persuasion does not go over well with the students and other parents in attendance.
That's illegal.
You can't pull a switchblade out on a kid in school. That's insane.
What do you think, a guy with a gun?
No, that's completely illegal. This is why we need security.
To defuse the situation, the man is escorted out of the building. The story is covered by multiple news outlets, and while school officials call the man's actions inappropriate, they don't believe he intends to harm anyone, proving that bringing a knife to a PTA meeting isn't the sharpest of ideas.
What are you gonna do now?
Stop it!
I'm genuinely not trying to start. I just want to talk.
After Jeff and Kayla Elkins buy a piece of land near Huntsville, Texas, they find themselves in an ongoing battle with their older neighbors who once owned the 2-acre lot.
Where did I start?
You cut my grass! This is the
Property line.
This is my side of the grass. You cut it. Come on, bitch!
The property, which the neighbors previously gifted to their son, was subsequently purchased by Jeff and Kayla, much to the original owner's dismay.
Why don't you go take your happy ass home? I am home, stupid.
Jeff claims the neighbors want to make life so unpleasant that they sell the property back.
Hey, anybody that's
I drive up and down this driveway every day going home. I don't bother nobody. I just...
you stop every damn day and take pictures and videos for it.
The neighbor in red touches on a sticking point that sets Jeff off.
I got you on every prove it, bitch. I will, you.
Jeff claims that the neighbors are recording him, which gives him alarm. In response, Jeff and Kayla start recording back in a tit-for-tat game of I Spy. At random times, both day and night, Jeff says he catches the neighbors driving by and honking on camera.
They're literally just gonna sit here and drive up and down their driveway and honk at us.
If they start hungry, I'm gonna put this flashlight on them.
Jeff puts up a privacy fence along the property line in an attempt to keep the neighbors from recording him. But he then alleges that this causes the neighbors to deposit trash near his property just to annoy him.
Yeah, call the sheriff's department, tell them I'm being harassed.
No, your old ass is dumping trash all over the ground next to my damn fence.
The acrimony continues when Kayla records the neighbors slowly driving by and seemingly recording she and Jeff in their yard. So Jeff confronts them.
Leave us the alone!
Jeff.
I'm on my property.
No, you're not, bitch. You're on the county property, stupid.
Suddenly, what the older neighbors do next scare Jeff and his wife.
Great, now look what you started.
What are they gonna do?
They record a loud bang that seemingly originates from their neighbor's vehicle. Shaken by the noise, Jeff and Kayla call the police to intervene. In the following days, Jeff and Kayla explain the situation to the authorities and share their pictures and videos,
Prove it, bitch!
which don't result in any arrests or charges being filed. Jeff and Kayla say they have no intention of selling the property and moving away, so they are resigning themselves to the likelihood that their neighbor's behavior will continue, and are hopeful that it won't lead to any further frightening interactions.
Why don't you go take your happy ass home? I am home, stupid.
If you're enjoying this breakdown and want more stories that dive deep into the issues that matter, hit that subscribe button. It's free.
They love being showered with water, but neighbors do not.
Turn it off!
And one evening, in an upscale neighborhood of New York City, an argument has broken out in the hallway of an apartment building because the man with the beard says the neighbor in the shorts just drenched him with water.
You're disrespectful!
Hearing the commotion, the woman who lives upstairs starts recording.
Get out, please. You got it, bro. Now, yo, I can't make this yo. Please just get out.
The woman recording says the man with the beard was sitting on the stoop a few minutes earlier, but now he's in the hallway confronting the neighbor in the shorts.
I'm saying, if I can't do water on me, then I'll do something more to you. Cleaning my steps? How? If I told you I'm for a cab! Wait, listen. No! You trying to make it seem like you're doing that wrong. Please. I was there.
The neighbor neighbor claims that he was simply washing his steps when he accidentally soaked the man. But the man in the beard is upset, and the situation is intensifying.
No! You're bro! I work for the street! I didn't just went to work!
Suddenly, just as it seems the man with the beard may be going, he throws a punch, and the neighbor stabs him in the back with his umbrella. A fight erupts, and the pair wrestle on the ground until the man with the beard runs off with a bloodstain on his shirt.
Get out, please!
The woman recording is unsure which man's version of events is correct, and she doesn't know what happens next. The neighbor says she hasn't seen the man with the beard again, and the downstairs neighbor moves out shortly afterwards. But it's clear that in this neighborhood, stoop cleaning can escalate to a hallway brawl faster than a New York minute. It's a sunny afternoon in a neighborhood in Ohio, and police have been called because some neighbors claim that a woman is playing music loudly in her backyard, and her neighbors don't want to confront her themselves.
Well, there's going to be retaliation because she
I didn't tell him you called.
No, but she thinks the lady next door over there called.
The woman is concerned her neighbor won't like that she's talking to police, when suddenly they hear yelling from the house on the other side of the neighbor's property.
Who's that? That's where you start. Hey!
The officer walks over and finds the neighbor allegedly playing music too loud, arguing with her other neighbor.
Of my property. You were not invited here. I am not talking to you.
They weren't from. I never did anything to you.
I have nothing to say to you.
Oh, I wish she'd walk on my side of the grass.
Listen.
Is that a threat?
No, it's a promise.
The woman in the bikini is the one the neighbors claim is playing loud music. And according to police reports, this isn't her first time she's argued with the people next door.
I don't
on her property again.
The bikini-clad woman starts shouting at her other neighbor, and the officer rushes over to separate them.
It's your just under my grass, bitch, mow it. Quit running your mouth and mow my yard, bitch.
The woman claims it's the other neighbors who are actually the nuisance in their neighborhood, but the officer doesn't seem convinced.
But this yelling at neighbors is not doing it. She's instigating this right now.
I am so tired of these neighbors. I'm so tired.
The woman seems particularly upset because she says she just got off a long day of work and tells the officers she just wanted to relax by her pool when the neighbors called about her music.
Yeah, I had a couple drinks. Drug test me. I'm not a... My kid
What I'm
is
concerned
fed.
about is you guys all yelling at each other and it's not getting it.
These neighbors suck.
After minutes of yelling, the neighbor's friend tries to convince her to come back inside.
And I'm on my property.
But she refuses and walks with the officers to have a chat by their cruisers.
You are going to get a citation for disorderly conduct for your behavior today, okay?
If I go beat her ass, will you just arrest me?
Sure will.
The woman makes a beeline for her neighbor's house, and after ignoring the officers' warnings too many times, they decide she's ignored them long enough.
I've warned her for persistent already.
And she's going to be arrested.
Okay, if I'm going to be arrested, don't touch me. Don't, please don't touch me.
Resist me, I'm retaining.
Don't touch me.
The woman struggles with the officers, and they bring her down to the grass before getting her up and placing her under arrest.
Go ahead, sit in the car.
God,
Get in the car. Sit in the car.
I am.
She later pleads guilty to criminal trespass and has not had another incident with her neighbors since, which hopefully allows everyone on their block to have less dramatic days off in the future.
I am so tired of these neighbors.
When Tammy Westwood moves back home to the UK after 8 years in the United States, life in her new neighborhood is good.
I love living in this neighborhood. When we go out, we're always, if anybody's in the street, we always say hi, we're always friendly.
But Tammy claims things in her London suburb soon go from lovable to ludicrous after she claims a neighbor habitually tucks her trash can by Tammy's garage, which really ticks her off.
I have no idea why her empty trash can kept ending up leaning against my garage.
My God, why?
It was completely pointless.
I've
So let's just get it straight. You keep your bin on your property, and I'll keep my bricks on mine.
Keep the bin on my property. I've already told you that.
You won't keep them. You won't keep your. Why will you? I'm not harassing you.
The neighborhood feud ratchets up a notch when one day while running errands, Tammy receives a phone call from her son who claims that the neighbor has some choice words for him.
My son called me and he said to me, Mum, I've just gone out there and she started on me.
You can go away because you ain't got no money. Your father didn't give you any.
Like any protective mother, Tammy rushes home to confront her neighbor, and their squabble now becomes more than just a petty trash bin dispute.
How can she say that?
So I push her door, she comes out. I pull my hand back to actually defend that and throw a punch.
Touch me, touch me. Touch me. Touch me. Go ahead.
I thought to myself, no, don't do that.
The argument soon spills out into the alley, where Tammy's son records the heated discussion.
Come on! Yeah? Come on! Now she got another friend. Yeah?
So I'm there and I'm screaming and she's screaming and we're arguing with each other, and I'm not feeling like we're ever going to get a resolution to this.
You keep your on your side. You keep off my blasted land. You keep off my papers out. No. Look. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, you
Papers out my face. Don't put your papers in my face.
Yeah, mess about with me, love.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Get your bin off my land.
Make you go back on my land and you see what happened.
Tammy once again stands up for her son when the neighbor has more words for him.
Your son's recording it.
Right,
your son's recording it. Goes to show what you're about. You as well. Everybody on this road
has got something. Don't start on my kids, Suzanne. Don't start on my kids,
Everybody got something.
Don't start on my kids.
So as I'm seeing her attack my family members and be rude and abusive to them, I'm getting more and more hurt and upset because my instinct is to protect my family members as much as I can, and I will.
Shut your mouth. Stay away from my
you
family.
Shut your mouth, all right? Because you got the biggest mouth I've ever seen.
No, that would be you.
You know people who've got mouth,
that would be you.
Mouth?
That would be you.
You lack this,
just
the
keep
brains.
your bin
you
off
lack
my
the brains, love. You're all
Stop
it.
spreading my life.
You're all it.
Thankfully, calmer heads prevail, and each woman returns home. After their contentious exchange, the neighbor stops placing her trash bin up against Tammy's garage.
At the moment, things are peaceful. She has moved her trash can. She's not saying anything. If it comes up again, I'll, do what I need to do for my family and just stand my ground.
And while the two neighbors currently have an unspoken truce, Tammy still harbors resentment towards her neighbor.
I hope every day that she moves, to be honest with you. It'd be bliss. Of course, we don't know who we're going to get in her place, but I don't think it could ever be as bad as having her here at all.
The rural way of life offers more space and an escape from the big city. 35-year-old Ryan Scott finds the perfect place to live and run his antiques business in Oglesby, Illinois.
It was everything that I had been looking for. It had the big barn sitting on it with the house. So I was selling my stuff out of the barn.
However, the property is sold to a new family, and according to Ryan, the new owner chooses not to extend the lease as they want to convert the home into a vacation house. With little time to move out, Ryan alleges the new landlord starts to make things difficult for him.
Can I help you? You look like you're walking in my yard down to the house. Your yard?
Ryan claims he can't move out before the 6 weeks given by the landlord and ends up overstaying his lease. According to the new property owner, Ryan doesn't pay his rent, and an eviction notice is filed with the court.
I spent 6 months getting all that stuff there, getting established. There was absolutely no way that I was going to be able to move out in such a short period of time.
Ryan alleges that he feels pressured to leave the property sooner. And one day, the landlord's oldest son gets confrontational, so Ryan starts documenting it.
Did you miss me, Cupcake?
Not really.
What's up, bitch?
Nothing much, man.
No?
Immediately, I know that things are just about to go south. And it's like, okay, now I have to deal with this guy.
When you get the out?
I'm trying.
Yeah?
I really am.
Quick enough. I want you out, buddy.
Soon after, the son is joined by his brother and their father, the landlord.
That's what we're doing. Dad, I'm having a conversation. I'm a grown man. Leave me alone.
Here's the deal. Be a man. Be a man about this. You get out by the court date, and everything's done.
While the landlord gives Ryan 6 weeks to vacate before the eviction hearing in court, His oldest son suggests a fist fight might settle things sooner.
You get out. No, Dad, let me, just 1 second. Hey, I promise you, I've never in my life jumped anyone. I wouldn't do that. You give me 5 minutes of sparring, and we won't come back.
That's not what I'm talking about. That's not reasonable.
5 minutes one-on-one, me and you, to have a little sparring session.
Bro.
I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to you up. You don't want to. 1 minute. Come on, let's go. 1 minute.
As soon as I hear that, my heart starts to race.
Horrified, Ryan tries to back away in fear as the son's anger intensifies.
Please be confrontational with me.
I like,
please.
You need to step
Shut
back.
the f*** up. Suck my dude. I'll do what the f*** I want. You gonna stop me? No, you're not.
I'm not.
What?
Stop.
What?
Please step away.
Stop what? I didn't touch you.
I don't.
Step away from what?
You're in my
what?
face.
I'm in your what? I'm in your
very
what? I'm walking. I'm having a nice leisurely stroll, you coward.
It's that feeling on the inside, that tightness in your stomach, where you know that you may be in danger here.
Make sure you lock the door.
Please leave me alone.
Call the cops. Lock the door.
Ryan retreats back to his house, while the landlord and his sons continue to shout before driving away.
Finally caught up to you, the system.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna catch up to you, buddy.
Ryan claims he starts to pack his belongings and tries to get out as quickly as possible. However, a week later, Ryan tells the police an altercation occurs and shots are fired.
I came back from my friend's house. I pull in the driveway and I realize that the house is completely open. I put the car in reverse and I get about halfway through the circle drive, and the eldest son, he opens fire and fires 3 rounds through my vehicle. My leg is bleeding profusely and my clothes are soaked in blood, and now it starts to hurt. And now I realize, oh, I've been shot.
Astonishingly, Ryan manages to drive himself to the hospital where medics treat his gunshot wounds. And they have good news.
So I get to the hospital, doctor looks at the bullet wound, and they say, there's an exit wound, so it came out. We don't have to do surgery. I'm about the luckiest on the planet right now.
It's unclear what provokes the altercation. The police arrest the oldest son, 39-year-old Thomas J. Reynolds. He's charged with aggravated battery and discharge of a firearm and is released on a $10,000 bond. Reynolds pleads not guilty to the charges and is awaiting trial. Ryan moves his antiques out of the house before the court hearing for the eviction and moves in with his friend until he can find a new place.
In the next neighborhood that I seek out and choose to live, I will do my due diligence and find a neighbor that treats people with respect.
So, why not take a moment to like this video and comment below? Your support helps this channel grow and sparks the conversations we need to have.